Hello, this is Dennis again, and this is my decommissioning training video. So, again, getting ready to take all this apart, so getting ready to dismantle everything. And before I did, I just wanted to do a couple videos of what it is. One thing I just wanted to show everybody are the different gauges. And if we look at the very, very small, so this is Z gauge, okay? And that's my finger. Okay, so you can see my finger, and that's a deer going with the Z gauge. So that's a Z gauge train, and you can see it's applicably named. It's very small. This is N gauge, so I get a little bigger than that, but you know, kind of nice, much compared to that, much bigger. HO, this is the one that's most commonly seen on model layouts, a little larger. Those are my pair skaters. If you look real close, I think they're from Germany. You can also see my chickens. See the chickens? So they're very teeny tiny little chickens. You can see they're tiny chickens. The Pennsylvania, the GP9 Penn Central, that was actually a gift that my mom and dad gave my great grandfather. We call him Grandpa Choo Choo. So after he passed, it was interesting that I ended up back with the gift. The next one is S gauge. You can actually see these on the track. This car here, the hand car, I got it at a garage sale, among other things, and I couldn't afford it. So the people, and this is, 30, 40 years ago, they wanted $75 for a bunch of old trains, and I knew they were worth it. And I didn't have the money, and I cried. And I ended up going home, and I got on the phone by myself, and I was probably 8 or 9, and you weren't supposed to get on the phone unless you had permission. And I called my great grandpa, and I told him the situation, and my mom and dad ended up going and getting him, and he lived across town, and he came over, looked at the trains, and he bought them for me. So this one has a very special memory, and that's S gauge. The next one is O gauge. Lionel is also, these are the big ones. These are the ones that have 3 rails, and they're often seen running around a Christmas tree or something like that. So again, this is an engine my great grandfather had, and this caboose I got from my grandmother, my dad's mom and dad. So they lived next door to us, and they got me that caboose one year for Christmas. And then the big one is the G scale, and this is the LGB. You'll see this at restaurants sometimes, or you'll see people might have it up in the ceiling. You can also see these are indoor outdoor, so sometimes you'll see people that have garden railroads. So again, these are the different sizes or scales of trains. G is the largest, but you'll see those outside or in restaurants. O, those have been very popular with people growing up. Probably our parents or grandparents might have had those. Those had the 3 rails. S gauge, that was originally also made by Gilbert, who also made the Erector set, so they were a big toy company. HO, you'll see that a lot in modeling. N gauge, you don't really see that too much. It's kind of small. And then Z gauge is ridiculously small. And you might see that sometimes in a coffee table or something like that. So there are the different gauges, and thanks for listening.